When I was little, I was brought up believing that God controlled the weather. If anyone could bring rain to the dry grass of our backyard, it was him. I mean, come on, he made it rain for 40 days. 40 minutes would have been nothing. Then, when I was a little older, we learned about the water cycle. Fidgety kids in double-wide desks, just excited to be watching the magic school bus instead of listening to our teacher drone on and on while we took notes that we wouldn't ever reread. Droplet to vapor, vapor to cloud, cloud to droplet, repeat, repeat, repeat. If I'd known back then that you would make it storm for me one day, I probably would have bragged about it to all my friends. The same way I always bragged about our genealogy. And just like that, there'd be that one teacher who acted like I lied about everything. You remember her, right? You and Mom were divorced by that point, but I'm sure she told you at some point between when she got the phone call and the December before last. Yeah, that lady was an asshole. I wonder how mad you would have been if I said as much back then. If you told me you'd bring me a rainstorm when I was a teenager, I'd have compared you to some deity from my mythology fixation of the week. Zeus, or maybe Demeter would be better. You'd want me to say Thor, though, or Odin, even though it wouldn't make sense. If I'd known where the rain really came from. There are 8.23 billion people on planet Earth. I can't remember. Did I ever tell you that we broke through that 8? I guess you probably don't remember either. You didn't quite remember the layout of our house when we talked over the phone. Your sketchbook, up the stairs, to the left, in a triangle-shaped room. Nana would find it, you assured me, and then we'd go through it together so you could tell me which of your old drawings would work best for my first tattoo. I wonder if she ever found it. I remember it so vividly. The day you made it storm for me. Not even a day had passed, really. Just a few hours since we got the news. I woke up in a rented room to a sleeping partner, made as little noise as possible as I wandered to the bathroom. With all the tile, the sound was so clear. I hadn't really registered it before then. I sat, I closed my eyes, I listened. I didn't realize it was you, not at first. All I could think was that I wished so badly for you to hear it. It rained on June 1st, and I hoped you could hear it, wherever you were. You told me once, a few times actually, that you didn't believe in in endless nothing. Long car rides after school, dinner table talks at 2:13 a.m. around the fire pit on the back patio when my hands were too cold to do anything but hold my coffee cup, your coffee cup from the police department, and when the air smelled of cigarette smoke and the trees in the yard. You said that there was energy to life that couldn't just disappear. You explained it more scientifically than that, but there are too many raindrops on my face to remember your exact words. Sometimes we pondered the idea of reincarnation together. Bad person to bug, tortured bug to mouse, vulnerable mouse to eagle, and maybe after that, humbled eagle to better person. I always assumed that there needed to be a body where the soul could be placed. No reincarnated rocks or soil. Maybe certain plants, but by then we were just being pedantic. I had to listen to the rain for a while before I realized it was you. You were stubborn enough to get the message across, though, keeping the heavens open wide late into the evening. Thinking on it now, you probably wanted me to fall asleep to it, didn't you? You were the first person to figure out that I need background noise for sleep. I know you couldn't have, but part of me wonders if you also heard me speaking a few days before about just how much I hated the silence. One last psychic link for the road. You'd love the weather from this weekend. Our monsoons are coming back home. I think you'd laugh if you saw the sheer number of flood warnings I got on my phone. Turn around, don't drown, don't drive, stay alive. There are 8.23 billion people on planet Earth. I don't have an exact number, much less one specific to May 31st, 2025, so I hope you're okay with me rounding. 8,230,000,000 plus some change. Our planet must be so heavy with all of us clinging to its surface, weighed down like the boughs of the oak tree you fantasized would grow from your skull long after you'd gone to the river. Acorns, catkins, a tire swing that looked older than it really was. All that weight plus the rain. Now that I'm an adult who still feels like a child, I have a new theory about the weather. I don't have to tell you aloud. You already know what I'm thinking. I wish it could have been someone else. Out of 8,230,000,000 people, why were you the one who had to bring me the rain? It could have been anyone, but it was you. You who carried me on your shoulders when my legs cramped up. You who always found something to smile about every day, even while your PTSD raged just a few layers down. You who picked your wedding date because of a song you liked. You whose grin I could feel from across the room the day you realized I knew enough of one of your favorite songs that we could sing the chorus together. You who I think I FaceTimed once in middle school, and you who I always want to call over FaceTime now. There's a candle that smells like your old bedroom. I keep it in my room now, sometimes on a shelf, other times in a cubby. Right now it's in my suitcase, the same one that had been in the closet of that rented room on the day when you brought the rain to me. I cried the first time I smelled it, on a metal stool, in a store. It smells like you used to, minus the cigarette smoke. Your bed that was just three mattresses on the floor. Your red laptop that we used to watch Black Mirror and documentaries about outer space. That gray blanket that you hated and I loved. You sometimes mentioned how you needed to throw it out, but you never did. I think because you knew how much I liked to wrap myself up in it, especially during the colder, darker, sadder nights. I wish I had that blanket now, but who am I kidding? We both know it's not the blanket I want. The blanket, the candle, the rain, the rain, the rain. It rained the morning after you died. It rained then. It's still raining now, all these months later. I sleep to the rain, and sometimes when I do, I get to see you again. You and your hands that were always so much bigger than mine, and your black tank top and red shorts, and your tattoos. You hold me while I cry, or tell me about Deadpool over FaceTime, or confirm when I ask if you're the one who took the stone out of the ring you gave me. On the best nights, I'm fully lucid. On the worst, it's like you never left at all, right up until I open my eyes and hear the rain again. It rained hours after you died. I hope you heard it.